Hello everyone, and today on my video we're going to be making a salad. I've got a quinoa vegetable salad, so right off the bat, quinoa. I know I'm going to need to start that now because there's probably going to be some other vegetable prep involved. So I'll see you guys over at my stove where I'll have my quinoa and I'll start that water boiling. Okay, so this recipe calls for 2 cups of quinoa. You want to do your quinoa at a 2-to-1 ratio with water. So 2 cups water for 1 cup of quinoa. So since I'm doing 2 cups of quinoa, we're going to want to boil up 4 cups of water. Now while that water's boiling up, let's go prep our other vegetables. By the way guys, the beer of the day, it's Matisse. Made by Night Shift Brewery, based out of Everett, Massachusetts. Check it out sometime, it's pretty good. Alright, so let's do our ingredients. It looks like for vegetables we've got 1/4 of a cup of a diced onion, cup of freshly diced tomatoes. I'm going to use little baby grape tomatoes. We want a cup of diced carrots. I only have baby carrots. Bell pepper, cup of bell pepper. Diced cucumber. Diced red onion. Some fresh chopped mint. Just love mint. Some garlic. And some fresh chopped cilantro. I got that right here. So let's prep these ingredients. Looks like the water's boiling. Let's add that quinoa. So we'll give that a quick stir. Put the cover on and wait for that to absorb the water. We'll come back to that in a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to be using my Paula Deen pig cutting board for these. And now I'm going to chop up several of these vegetables at once, and I'm just going to put them in a big bowl because they're all going to go in at the same time. But things like the onion and the garlic, I'm going to do those separately because they're going to be put in a pan with some oil, a hot pan with some oil. But we'll start just cutting up the other vegetables first. So that's going to be the tomatoes, the carrots, the bell pepper, the cucumber, the red onion. I forgot to mention this recipe called for some frozen corn, so here we go. Oh, and by the way, those baby carrots had gone bad, so I couldn't add them to the recipe. Now we will add I'll cut up the onion and garlic and put them directly into this pan here. Now we're going to add some olive oil to this pan for when we cook the onion and garlic. So let's cut up that onion and garlic now to add to the hot oil. Okay. Alright, so let's start heating up that oil. We'll let that heat up for a minute. And so let's add our garlic first. We'll just stir that around and give it about a minute to get all its juices going on there. Let that oil absorb those garlic juices for a minute. Alright, and now we'll add the onion. We're going to want to let the onion go till it gets translucent. So let's just let that sit for a little bit. Maybe give it a couple minutes until it gets a nice translucent appearance where you can kind of almost see through it. Alright guys, so the quinoa is all done. This is what it looks like. It's supposed to be nice and fluffy. No water, not a significant amount of water left over in there. Just nice, beautiful quinoa. And I have to apologize because I actually completely messed this recipe up. What was supposed to happen was I was supposed to saute the onion and garlic first, and then actually boil the quinoa in this onion garlic mixture, which I did not do. So I'm gonna try and improvise. Hopefully it'll still come out like a really tasty salad. I'm gonna just put the quinoa, I'm gonna do the opposite. I'm gonna put the quinoa into this onion garlic mixture, and hopefully it'll absorb some of the juices anyways, and get those flavors going in there for us. So we'll see how it turns out. Now I'm actually going to put it back into this saucepan. I think it'll be easier to mix in here. Now I'm just going to actually give it another minute all on the heat, so maybe some of those flavors will mix and mingle a little bit. Okay, so now that I think, you know, the flavors have mingled enough, it wants you to put it wants you to chill the quinoa. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in my freezer for a little bit, or my refrigerator, my freezer, one of the two, until it gets a little bit chilly. At that time I'll be able to add my other ingredients to the salad, so I'll see you guys then. Okay, so the last step is to basically combine everything. I've got my cilantro and mint cut up over here. So right now we're just going to add these vegetables to the quinoa and garlic onion mixture. So we'll just add these vegetables right on top here like that. And remember, You can add carrots. The recipe does call for some carrots. Mine were just a little bit too past their expiration date. So we'll mix this together. It's looking very fun and festive already. It does ask you to drizzle on some more olive oil, which we'll do right now. Drizzle on some olive oil, and as well as some balsamic vinegar, so we'll do that also right now. A little bit more, or a lot more. It's cooking. It's all good in the hood. Alright, so we'll mix that on. Mix that in there. That's the informal salad dressing. And the last step is to garnish with your herbs. So put the cilantro and the mint. There we go. Give it another mix. Looking good. Let's take a bite. Would my lovely camera woman just tilt that up?